Day 2. Today I watched a film called An American Werewolf in London. This was suggested to me by one of my coworkers, Antonio Jones. I'm very happy I watched this movie. It was very entertaining. If you haven't seen it, the basic plot is two Americans are backpacking through northern England, and they are attacked by a werewolf. One is killed and one is just bitten, and there's an American werewolf in London. Pretty basic plot. But the real reason to check this movie out is the practical effects. There's a scene about halfway through the movie where he changes into the werewolf for the first time. And every single effect, from his hands and feet stretching out to the ridges appearing on his back and then his face elongating into the werewolf snout, every single effect holds up to this day, and they were all done practically. This was 1982, I believe, and there were no computer-generated graphics at this time. So everything had to be done physically in front of the camera, and it still looks great today. And if you look at other werewolf movies in the past 10, 15 years, the effects don't hold up when they're done in computers. They just don't, and nothing quite looks that good anymore. And that is a real good reason to check out the movie, if for nothing else than to see this scene and these effects. And everything about the makeup looks great. There are other scenes in which David's friend, Jack, appears as a corpse, and he appears a few times, and each time he is more and more decomposed. And even then, the effects are really great. I actually called Cody over while I was watching and made her look at it. They brought her into the movie. Just the effects alone brought her into this movie. And she sat and watched the whole second half with me, even not seeing the first half, just because the effects were so good. They drew her in, which is really impressive. And it's awesome to know that they did win an Oscar for those effects. It was the very first Best Makeup Oscar that was awarded was for An American Werewolf in London. So even if you're not into werewolf movies or monster movies or anything, check it out. It's very entertaining. It's not horrifying, I guess is the word I want to say. It's not a scary movie. It's got a lot of humor in it amongst the dark and the gory visuals. So it's right up my alley. I'm a big fan of Evil Dead 2, and it felt a lot like I was watching a Sam Raimi movie for chunks of it, which I appreciate. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, so if you're into that kind of thing, definitely check it out. If not, but you'd like cool visual effects, at the very least, look up the transformation scene. It's really, really well done. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow, I'm going to look at a French art film that my friend Mark suggested to me. And it's going to be completely different. So, we'll see. See you tomorrow.